There are far fewer than there used to be. They were killed, if anybody wants to know, by the accountants in the company that owns your TV station, because they saw the cost, and having never been in a newsroom, maybe even haven't even watched a newscast, and are so clueless that they all think that helicopters don't have any value. That is not true. On a breaking news story, there is no better tool than a helicopter, especially if you use it wisely, like I always did. And you can get there quickly, as you previously mentioned. You can stay over it until you have to go fill up with Jet A again. But you can provide a picture of what's happening that no one else can, and that's if, you know, the local law enforcement or the fire department or whatever doesn't put up a TFR, temporary flight restriction on you, which they're more apt to do now than they were years ago. But helicopters are an incredible tool. Most stations who have them still waste them, I think. They don't use them as effectively as they can. But helicopters are just a fantastic tool, and it's so sad that so many have kind of hit the scrapyard over the years and aren't flying anymore. Now, you were fortunate, Chuck, that you had a helicopter at both of your stations and just recently bought 2 505s, one for each station. You know, that was an incredible thing that you were able to do for your community, really.
You know, I can't stress enough how Mr. Griffin believed in helicopters, and the whole company knew that was so much a part of what we did and how we responded. And like I said, it just gave you this confidence that, you know, you had a crew waiting at the airport, you know, ready to roll anytime there was breaking news. And you know, off hours, fine, you'll get them back in and get them in the air as soon as you can. But boy, to have that breaking news tool, like you said, it's such a value to viewers to see almost within minutes, you know, oh, here, we got breaking news, whatever it may be. And I just remember one of the most valuable stories we ever did. They had a chemical spill near the port in Tulsa, and they had to evacuate the whole port area. Huge story, traffic, you know, exiting. And so not only were we doing the story, we wanted to do traffic reports because areas getting out of the port were clogged up. But, you know, families knew people that worked in that port, and they needed to know, well, what was going on? Was anybody hurt? Was everybody okay? And so, you know, it's just so valuable to show what's going on that you just can't see from the air because you're so far back, because they wouldn't let people in. But from the air, there was no danger. You could be far enough away and still see what was going on. And so, you know, it's just so amazing. You know, we use it for tornado tracking too. Our 2 stations were great at, you know, dodging the storms.
Yeah.
You know, these fearless pilots. I just couldn't believe the stuff we did sometimes. But they knew when to set it down. They knew when to get around them. We had people help guiding them. And, you know, till it became a line, you know, they could dodge all those storms and perform such a valuable tool. Because in Oklahoma, tornadoes were so common and so life-threatening. But everybody knew to be weather aware. They just knew. And, of course, like you said, when the threat was up, people knew who to turn to. People who knew who to trust to get that information. It's going to hit my home, my community, am I in danger? You know, I want to see the radar. I want to see what the chopper's seeing. I can't see that. Chopper can see it, but, you know, so it's just amazing what viewers do they trust us so much to do that stuff.
Yeah, if you're the station with a helicopter, nobody else has it. On breaking news, you will win. The viewers figure out fairly quickly who has the helicopter and the value of the coverage. Unfortunately, you know, so many stations, well, most really, are owned by giant corporations, and all they're looking at's the bottom line. And okay, I got the business aspect of it, but what about the community aspect? And do you want to be number 1 or not? And you have a lot of stations, ownership is, well, we're happy to be a poor number 2. We can make more money, and I don't have to spend money on a helicopter.
The margin will be even thicker, yes.